and the other 3 devices that have exploded in Austin starting on March 2nd. We are clearly dealing with what we expect to be a serial bomber at this point.
That is Austin Police Chief Brian Manley talking about the bombing over the weekend, and now comes word there was another one. Jim Ryan, ABC News correspondent, live in Austin. Jim, good morning. What's the latest?
Good morning, McGraw. Yeah, the explosion that happened last night should be characterized only as that at this point, an explosion that happened inside a FedEx processing facility in suburban San Antonio. A medium-sized box, which was riding along on a conveyor belt, blew up. One person suffered minor injuries, apparently just from the percussion, the sound of the blast. She wasn't even medically treated for that. Now the federal agents who've been working on the bombings here in Austin are headed to San Antonio to look at that explosion to see if there's any connection at all, to see if this was an intentional device that it was being sent through the FedEx system. We don't know at this point. All we know is that there was an explosion down there in the community of Schertz, McGraw.
So they said this possibly a serial bomber. What are they telling the people of Austin to do?
To watch out, just simply watch out. First of all, be very cautious of any deliveries to your house. You know, if you have a box sitting out there, you didn't make any orders from Amazon or from anybody else. Take a look just without touching it to see if your name is on it and if you recognize the package. But, you know, more broadly now, because of the situation on Sunday with the explosive device that was triggered by a tripwire, you know, the warning has been broadened out to include just about anything. If you see anything suspicious, if you see fishing line across the sidewalk in front of you, I mean, it's gotten a little deep at this point, McGraw, in terms of what people need to be watching out for. But that's what the police are saying. Just be very cautious, be very circumspect as you move around.
It's one thing to put a package on a porch. It's another thing to set up a whole device with a tripwire. Is there any evidence, videos, anybody saw anything strange Sunday night with that tripwire incident?
Well, yeah, I mean, the police have appealed to anybody who might have surveillance video. It happened, that explosion on Sunday, in a residential subdivision, but it was on a street where there are no houses yet. I mean, there's a jogging trail and a sidewalk and a boulevard there, but no houses in the direct area. I've seen video that was taken from a neighborhood not far away. You can hear the explosion, but it's nowhere near where you can see anything. So, yeah, I think that the police are appealing for any sort of video, even of areas that lead into or out of that particular explosion site. So, yeah, they're appealing for that. So far, we haven't seen any of that video.
Yeah, I suspect people are on edge down in Austin quite a bit.
Well, you're right. They're on edge. I don't think anybody's panicking, but they are being very vigilant. They're taking the advice of the police and the federal agents to be cautious of deliveries to their homes, to be looking out for any suspicious objects or devices or things that they see as they're just moving around living their lives. More than 800 tips have come into the police, and also reports of packages on front porches so far, though none of those have panned out to be anything.
Jim Ryan, ABC News correspondent in Austin.